I think we're gonna start now, or we'll wait a couple more minutes. We'll start at 3 sharp. We have a couple more minutes, and I will start the webinar. All right, good afternoon, everybody. I am Jagruti Mehta from Memorial Pathway Academy, and I teach newcomers mathematics. And Angie Green is my moderator, and she is library media specialist at Rowlett High School. I've been teaching for about 10 years, teaching mathematics, 5 years at Memorial Pathway, teaching newcomer math. Right now, I'm teaching newcomer math, algebra 1, and geometry. And this is my second year as campus I3 person. And Angie Green has been school librarian for over 10 years. She's also Google Level 1 and Level 2 certified. This is also her second year as Campus I3. So if you ever have any questions, you can either ask me or Angie. Today's webinar focuses on differentiation using digital tools. And I am using EDPuzzle as a differentiation tool. There are many apps that we can use to differentiate, but EDPuzzle is a little unique. It uses videos. I will show you how it uses videos to flip your classroom to differentiate. The technologies we have are iPad, one-on-one iPads with students. And in math classes, we use TI Inspire calculators. And we also have some Chromebooks and computer labs to use technology. And I believe every campus has a Sphero with their I3 person. So these are the technologies available at our campus. The ISTE standards for this webinar are that students will identify problems, utilize data, and develop solutions. Well, it's more of computational thinker and also empowered learners, that students take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating their learning goals. Now, I have a couple questions for you. How many times have you shown educational videos in your classroom and pause to ask for students' feedback? And I think with this traditional method, you were stuck at your computer and waited for right moment to pause the video and then ask the questions and then continue the video. Now, sometimes it gets really hectic. Sometimes you fast forward, then you have to rewind and then find exact spot to pause the video to ask the questions. Now, this is where EDPuzzle is very useful. So today I will show you how you can create, download, or use the videos and pause to ask for students' feedback, or you can also test the students on learned material. And moreover, with these tools, you can, of course, eliminate wasting time in classroom, and students are more focused with their one-on-one iPad. Now, there are many ways a teacher can utilize EDPuzzle in classroom, and I will walk you through how. So here EDPuzzle is easily accessible from school or home. The website is www.edpuzzle.com, or there is an app for EDPuzzle on our iPads. Um, Now, for both, you have to use school email or Google login with school credentials. So for teachers, of course, you will log in as a teacher and use the school credential. And always you can use use the Google, and then it will take you through your school credential. So either you can use Google or Edmodo, but I prefer to use Google because everything is attached to Google, and we can combine your Edpuzzle and Google Classroom and sync in the videos through Google. Now for the app, as of now, the app is only for students use. The student need to use same login information using Google and school credential. The teacher app is not yet available, but they are still working on it. Now I will show you how to create a class and download a video or use the video to pause questions. So here, first, of course, you need to log in as a teacher. You're a teacher, and Google. It's taking some time to log in. All right. So here's my login, my EdPuzzle account, and I have few classes already created. But today I will show you how to create a class. So once you log in, of course, you may not have any classes. I have few classes. If you don't have any class, you can just click on add class and put the class name. So I can put, since I'm teaching math, I will show you examples of math. So I'm creating a class, which is geometry. And here I'm in class. Here you can see, this is your class that you've just created. Geometry class, and there is no videos here yet assigned. So I can search the material or the videos that I need. Now, here, if you see on the left-hand side, there is EdPuzzle, so you can upload your own video. There are a couple teachers who uploaded their own video, or you can use YouTube, search the videos, Khan Academy, National Geographic, TED Talks, and there are many more. Let me see if I can scroll down. Right here. And Crash Course. So number 5, Vertesium and Crash Course. So here in geometry, we were working on solving equation like a prerequisite, algebraic geometry. So now my students are struggling. So I can assign a video to my students and refresh their material before I move on. So I will show you an example. I will pull out a video from YouTube, solving equation. And I can search and let's say, okay, I like this algebraic video. It is algebra, but it's a prerequisite for geometry. So I will click on it. Either you can use it directly or you can copy it to your account. Either way, you can use it. So I'm just gonna use it. Now there are 4 options. Once you select a video and you want to use it, first option is you can crop it. You can put your voice, so you can audio track it while the video is playing. You can also add video notes on it, or you can quiz them. So here's a video about balancing an equation. So I will play the video, and of course, as I'm going through, I don't like some part. Let's say I don't want to put beginning, so I can crop it.
Equation until you have the unknown value all by itself on one side of the equals.
Once I crop it, your video will start there. And then, of course, you can watch the video and pick and choose the part you want. So here's, I'm gonna crop it from here and continue. Let's see. Now there is some, all right, so for example, there I watched the video and I want to insert some questions. So I can insert question anytime. Here I'm going to show you how to insert a question. So here, the video is talking about x plus 7 equals 15, how to solve. Now I want to insert a question. So we'll click on quizzes. And right here, it shows green, little green tab with the question mark. Click on it. And then you have 3 options here. You can post a comment right here. And so you can post a comment. You can ask multiple choice questions, or you can ask open-ended questions. So let me show you with multiple choice questions. If you use multiple choice questions, great for you, so you don't have to grade it. If you ask open-ended question, you will have to manually go in the progress of a student and grade the question. So here I will just pose a question just to see their prior knowledge. What is the value of x? All right, so you can select how many answer choices you want. So there are 2 given and you can add an answer. So I'll choose 3 choices. So here x is equal to 7. Of course, that's not correct. X is equal to 15, and that's not correct either. And then here's my correct answer. X is equal to 8. And then I can save the question and watch the video ahead, pause, and continue. So that's one of the questions. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit here.
And if that's true,
and here's the answer they can watch. They will know what happened. There are steps. Now, okay, here I want to pause the question.
We should subtract.
Now I can ask open-ended question here. But remember, with open-ended question, you will have to grade it yourself. So right there is the question. I can say, what is the next step in solving this equation? That will be open-ended question, and of course they will have to type it up or write a sentence or 2 and then continue.
X is being added to 25. Thanks to the
And I'll show you a comment maybe. How
cancel out.
It will be here. So you can watch the video and put all the questions or comments you need.
On this side.
Here's a comment. Remember, the x is not positive. the negative sign belongs to, or something to remind students, and save and continue. Now I've created my questions. I could also put audio notes for students who are good at listening, and then save it. So it will save in my library here, and then finish it. Now I can assign to my class. Remember we created geometry class, so here I will assign it. And you will see in your geometry class, this is your geometry class, and the video has been assigned. Now you can also watch as a student to see how it looks. Video does not allow students to skip, so they must watch before they answer, or you can click here to allow skipping. I really don't recommend that because students will fast forward and then just put the answer and finish it in a second or two. Now here, this geometry class that we've created, it's not synced with Google Classroom yet. So in order to connect to your classroom and your students, you will click on Share Assignment. And here is the option of Google Classroom. So here's the Facebook, Twitter, email, or Google Classroom. So of course, we have created Google Classroom. So I will connect it with Google Classroom and assign it to the students. So these are my classes coming up. And I don't know if you can see the other screen, but I'm choosing a class from my Google Classroom. It opened a new window. Okay, let me see if I can share that window as well to show you. Okay, I can't see it. Okay, so here it's attached to my classroom and I've assigned it as an assignment. Now, once I assign it, your students from Google Classroom will sync in to the classroom in EDPuzzle. So here's my Google Classroom. And I can see, I just put a watch because I could not see everything. So here's my first video that I created. So students can click here. And well, students can click and see the link. And students can watch the videos. Now here in EDPuzzle, since we have not yet invited students, you will click on invite your students. Either you can give them the code or using the Google Classroom. So whoever was in your Google Classroom will be in this class as well. Now, I clicked on Google Classroom and there is another window opened up. Probably you won't be able to see that window, and it's asking me to choose a class to invite the students. So I chose that geometry class. And you can make announcement or create assignments to join the class and share the videos. Um, Let me see if I can open a Google Classroom window and show you how it looks like in Google Classroom. So this is my Google Classroom. And right here, watch is the link that I created for them to watch the video. I can see how many, of course, nobody, how many students have done the work. Of course, there is nobody yet. I haven't shown this to the students yet, so students do not know that there is an assignment. But if once the students are in the classroom and they get to know the routine, they understand how Google Classroom works, then it's really easy for students to watch the video, um, either in classroom or at home, and you don't have to deal with pausing the video and asking them questions. Excuse me for that. Sorry about that. So here's EDPuzzle. Now, if you want to see how students are doing, you can go back to the progress. Since nobody has done anything, you can't see, there is no progress, but I'll show you my other classes where the students are there and they've done some work. So here's one of my class, only 19% have finished the work. Um, and if you click on the progress, you can see who has done and who has not done, and you can talk to them about it. Here's one of my older class, and 67% has completed this assignment and 88% has completed this assignment. This is from last year. And I can click on my progress and I can see who did what. And of course, I can always export the data and use the data as one of their grades. Um, Now, if you have new students coming into classroom, um, you can import new students. Right here, it says import new students. So we have new students coming in all the time. So whenever I have a new students, the new student first go to Google Classroom and I add them to my Google Classroom first. And then I just click on import new students, and the new students will be imported and they can also watch the videos and do the assignments. So here in my other class, I had some new students. I'm going to import new students and they will come to my classroom. And you can see them right here. It says members. And you can see all the students who are here. You can go to gradebook also, but I have not set up the gradebook because we use Skyward as the gradebooks. I usually download their grades. I'm sorry, from progress here, and download their grades and give them classwork grade or quiz grade, whatever grade I've told them that this is going to count as. Now here, if you look at my content, these are all the videos that I have worked on and saved. So next time, if I have new classroom, I can just go ahead and use the same video I've created questions for. So I created questions for this video. I can just use that video. I don't have to create questions again. You can use it every year if you have same content. Last year I've used ratios and proportion videos right here, and I created some questions so I can, when I introduce this one, I can use it again and I don't have to think of questions. So once you create it, it's already there. You can save it and reuse it year after year. Now, if you have any questions or comments, you can either email me or Angie. Um, I will talk about other resources that are useful nowadays. Um, Atomic learning that we used to use, it's called Who Knew It now. Um, it's been renamed, but you can log in through Garland ISD website. And another important or useful website is digital learning website. I'll show you a little bit about digital learning website. Um, if you look at it, it has everything in one place. So here's the digital learning website, and if you click on learning on demand, you can see Who Knew It is here. This used to be All in Learning. Also, there are virtual courses and book studies that used to be Geo Moodle courses right here, and these are pre-recorded webinars that's been other I3s in Garland ISDs, and you can watch them and get credit for it. And of course, directly Atomic Learning website, you can go through there too. Now again, if you have any questions, you can send me an email. If you have any concerns or comments, you can send that to me at my Twitter account at JAA Mehta, and my email is jamehta@garlandisd.net, and Angie Green's Twitter is at agreengirlreads, and her email is acgreen@garlandisd.net. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask right now through the comment live chat, and Angie can answer those, or she can forward it to me and I can help you out. All right, so if there are no questions, comment, I will end this webinar.